Hello, class 6 pupils. Are you there? Good. Make sure that you have a pen and a book before we begin our journey through the kingdom of social study. And today's topic is political development and system in Eastern Africa. The subtopic is the traditional forms of government. And you must remember that some form of government existed in the African communities during the pre-colonial period, which means before the coming of the Europeans in our country. The traditional governments were either headed by chiefs, council of elders, or kings, where kingdoms existed. Almost every community had its own system of governance, and culture and traditions of any one community was virtually adhered to in the formation of traditional political set up. Now, classics, we are dealing with countries in Eastern Africa, and I will pick only one community in Tanzania, that is the NYAMWEZI, the WANYAMWEZI, the NYAMWEZI chiefdom. They are Bantu speaking people of Tanzania. Traditionally, the NYAMWEZI were ruled by hereditary chiefs called Mtemi au Mtemi. Hilo ni neno la Kiswahili. Traditionally, the NYAMWEZI were ruled by hereditary chiefs called Mtemi or Mtemi. Mtemi, it's just a title. For example, in our country, we have the president. And that president has a name, title. Mtemi, it's a title. Orkoyot, it's a title. Nabongo, it's a title. Kabaka, it's a title. Are we okay? Now, let us proceed. 10 to 30 villages, or known as Gungulus, formed a chiefdom under Mtemi. 10 to 30 villages, known as Gungulus, formed a chiefdom, not a kingdom. A king is never voted in power or out of power. Are we okay? And there were about 300 chiefdoms in NYAMWEZI land. There were 300 chiefdoms in NYAMWEZI land. The Mtemi was the overall leader of the chiefdom. He was the supreme being above the law. So the Mtemi was the overall leader of the chiefdom, and the Mtemi had the political, administrative, judicial, and religious power. He was a political leader, he was administrative leader, he was a judicial, which means he was above. He was the final judge, and also a religious leader, whereby he could perform some of the rituals in the chiefdoms. Are we together, class 6 pupils? In performing rituals, the chief was assisted by council of religious leaders called Wanyikulu. Wanyikulu, that is the key word, Wanyikulu. Council of religious leaders known as Wanyikulu. The council of elders, which the Mtemi consulted to find out, to get more information when determining difficult matters, was known as Wanyampala. 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 Let us proceed. The two most popular Mtemis among the NYAMWEZI were Mirambo, who built a decentralized system government, and Nyungu ya Mawe, who built a long-lasting centralized system of government. Those two powerful chiefs in that the chiefdom were Mirambo of Urambo and Nyungu ya Mawe, who built long-lasting centralized system of government. Now, before I conclude, let us see some of the other leaders in these chiefdoms, because the Ntemi was also assisted by the following leaders. 1. Mganwe, in charge of religious matter. Mganwe, in charge of religious matter. 2. Mteko, in charge of secret services. Mteko, in charge of secret services. 3. Mtwale was in charge of the army commander. Mtwale in charge of the army for maybe to provide defense from external attack. 4. Minule, he was a tax collector. Minule, tax collector. Minule, he was tax collector. Number 5, we had Kikoma. What is his role? Kikoma ensured information reached every place. In simple term, he was a messenger. Mshenga, a messenger. Passing information from one place to another. Kikoma. Then finally, we had Rugaruga. Rugaruga, the army. The army to protect the chiefdom. Rugaruga was the army. Class 6. It is very important to know that the Nyamwezi were found in Tanzania. The Nyamwezi were led by the powerful chiefs known as Ntemi, and they had a well-organized system of government in that time. And before I conclude, can you answer the following question? Number 1, state 2 most popular Ntemis among the Nyamwezi. State 2 most popular Ntemis among the Nyamwezi. Number 2, name 6 leaders who assisted the Ntemi. Name 6 leaders who assisted Ntemi. 3, Dash was the council of elders among the Nyamwezi people. Dash was the council of elders among the Nyamwezi people. Number 4, state 3 function of the Ntemi. State 3 function of Ntemi. Then the last question is, which country in Eastern Africa was Nyamwezi chiefdom found? Which country in Eastern Africa was Nyamwezi chiefdom found? That mark the end of our lesson of today. Until next time, goodbye.